Being a new graduate working on something like Star Trek, this massive IP that's been existing forever, like obviously that must have felt like some kind of highlight of like, wow, I've made it. Or what did that actually feel like from your perspective?
It was a little intimidating at first. That the first thing that popped up on my screen was a shot with Patrick Stewart in it, and it's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I can't do this. But then it became pretty cool to think about. And one of my friend's moms is a huge Trekkie and has a bookshelf with every DVD of Star Trek that has ever been released. And I had this moment working on Picard where I was like, oh, if they release a DVD or Blu-ray of this, it's going to be on her shelf, the stuff I'm working on. And
Kind of
that
like
was
a surreal full circle moment. Now, when you go from something like, actually producing the shots and giving a finalized output to something like making assets, it seems like a very different workflow.
it was
How
very
much of
different.
that is, how much correlation is there between the two?
I thought there would be more correlation than there was, because I remember being told that a lot of their time was spent keying the elements, and I thought that was strange because I used a lot of elements all the time at Crafty Apes, including elements that were in Crafty's internal library, where the artist would have to manually pull a key to remove the green screen, and that was something I'd usually spend 5 minutes on. So I didn't understand why filming elements to then sell on a website, majority of the time would be spent keying, until I started taking keyed elements and putting them over multiple backgrounds. And I realized it's much more challenging when you're not keying something for a particular shot, but rather for any possible shot. And then suddenly it becomes a lot more demanding. It actually made me better as a compositor, which I was not expecting.